Angeles. For all the stuff you care about, I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you.
Oh, I fell for Kevin Pereira.
Right, as you should. All women should bow before Kevin Pereira.
This name right here. It was there. I'm Candace Bailey.
Chewing gum.
We're coming to you from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
I'm chewing gum on camera.
Yes, you're chewing gum, and I was eating onion rings.
Okay,
and we're
good.
good.
Golden.
On the show today.
I'm gonna spit it out.
Really? Jamie Chung from Sucker Punch will join us in studio to talk about us running a dragon in an airplane and crushing steam-powered Nazis with a mech battle suit. Then... Then Morgan...
Now I got a trash can in my hands. Now I don't know what I'm doing.
Morgan Webb heads to CTIA in Florida to listen to the never-before-seen future of mobile technology, including new tablets and a 3D phone from LG.
Well, that all sounds awesome. Guess what? There's more. Dr. Gore is here for an all-new weekend edition of DV Doomsday. He's going to unwrap Stag Night, Love and Other Drugs, and Dirty Movie. He'll tell you whether to buy, rent, or pass. And if that's not enough, we've also got an all-new gadget prom. Chris Hardwick joins us to rate the dual touchscreen Acer Iconia Touchbook. Touchbook. You should call it a notebook, or a laptop, or a slablet, or a tablet. It's a touchbook. Another segment of the market we didn't need. Oh, it's time now for never-before-seen footage from a cell phone convention.
Morgan Webb braved the wastelands of Florida to get a glimpse of the tech that's about to make your phone obsolete.
I am here at CTIA 2011 to check out all of the latest and greatest smartphones that you will be carrying this year and next. I already found my new phone. Behold! I am here at the LG booth, and right here with me, I have the G2X. Now, a lot of the features are going to be pretty standard in the next generation of smartphones that we're going to be seeing. It has the Tegra 2 processor, and it actually has some GeForce technology in it that is the same technology that was used in the first Xbox. So it really is going to have some great gaming capability. It will also have business functionality because it has multitasking, but something that I think is pretty awesome, you can see right here, it has HDMI out. Now the G2X is, of course, 4G, and that's going to be important because you are going to be taking 1080p video with your 8-megapixel camera, and of course it has a front-facing camera as well, which is key and essential in all of these modern smartphone devices. It also has DLNA, which means you're going to be able to stream the media from this phone wirelessly to any compatible device. It's out later this spring, but of course there is no price point yet. This is the Samsung Galaxy Tab. It runs Android 3.0 or Honeycomb, which is the operating system that's specific for tablets. And it has a dual-core processor, so you're going to be able to use all of that multitasking functionality. It has a 10.1-inch multi-touch screen. It has a front-facing and rear-facing camera, and it can record HD video up to 720p, which is very nice. There is going to be a version with an 8.9-inch screen. It's going to be a little smaller. It's also going to be a little bit lighter. It's going to be 1.04 pounds versus the 1.3 pounds of this bad boy. And that is also going to be a little bit cheaper for you as well. It's going to be $469 for the 16 gig and $569 for the 32 gig. So if you need something a little smaller, just wait a little bit because there's no release date yet. All right, I have something else from LG here. Now this is something special because this is actually the first 4G 3D phone. It is called the Optimus 3D. It's the first 3D phone that you're going to get in the US. Now, of course, if you have a 3D phone, the last thing you want to do is whip out glasses every time you want to check it out. So it actually has parallax barrier technology, which means that you don't need glasses at all to see it in 3D. We also have a 3D camera on the back, and you're going to be able to take 3D video in 720p, and you can upload that directly to YouTube 3D, or you can also output the 720p 3D straight to your 3D television. All right, guys, so I know you're all dying to start your 3D telephone experience, but unfortunately, there is no release date or no price, but you know that we will let you know as soon as there is. Well, that is it for CTIA 2011. We saw a lot of great smartphones, and hopefully we were able to satisfy your cell phone craving for just a little while. Just a little while. Okay, bye.
You know, sometimes you want shoes on your feet, you know?
And sometimes you wish those shoes were invisible, or at least see-through.
Well, Sneakerheads is here to grant your wish. Hey, do you smell that? Yeah, you do. Sunblock, bikinis, pools. You know what that is. It's spring break. But don't get caught in a pair of sandals. Check out these latest kicks. First up, time to whip out your lightsaber. The Holy Trilogy's resident bad guy, the Emperor, is getting his own pair of sneaks. As part of the continuing awesomeness that is their Star Wars line, Adidas has just released the ZX 8000 Emperor sneakers. Made of black suede and mesh, these kicks are lined with brown leather and have the Dark Lord's mug pressed into the shoe's tongue. But the coolest details are the neon blue highlights that adorn the shoe in classic Force Lightning fashion. And guess what? They've got glow-in-the-dark soles. Perfect for anybody looking to take down a Jedi. Give in to the dark side and snag a pair of these Sith Lord sneakers over at shoeyou.com for $180. Now, going green for most people means planting trees or recycling, but for artist Gabriel Deshaw, it's all about taking garbage and creating these awesome sneaker sculptures. As part of his junk art project, Deshaw uses old typewriters and computers, along with discarded glass, plastic, and wood, to create these Nike masterpieces. The frame is made of metal mesh, with the sole and Nike swoosh built from old circuit boards. The shoes are then highlighted with various pieces of trash, like copper and loose keys, with the laces made out of braided steel. These metal kicks weigh anywhere from 5 to 18 pounds, so don't expect to get into any soccer matches with them. Each of these shoes are one of a kind and individually priced. To get the details on these junk dunks, head on over to GabrielDeshaw.com. And finally, we hope you don't have Cinderella envy, because you're going to be jealous with these see-through sneakers. Called the JS Wings Clear, these transparent kicks were created by fashion designer Jeremy Scott and were just released by Adidas. Made of clear vinyl, these high tops feature removable wings, have milky white soles and laces, and are finished with a textile lining for comfort. Since these kicks are see-through, they will look different every time you wear them, depending upon what socks you have on, which means it's time to toss out all those ratty pairs. These shoes have already sold out on shopadidas.com, but you can still snag a pair on eBay for about $190. So there it is, sneaker sculptures, see-through shoes, and Star Wars kicks. We're not saying sandals are bad, but really, does anyone want to see your toes? Still ahead, our weekly basic cable comedy tryouts.
We'll see how your caption around the net when we come back.
I can't wait!
I can't wait either!
We are going around the net. Part of the elementary school experience is having to sit through terrible cultural assemblies.
We're not exactly sure which culture the band in today's number 4 was representing, but it certainly wasn't metal.
Their parents will never be proud of them. We asked you, what is the name of this band's first album?
And at D. Tepis said, Metal Mouth braces are a bitch.
Teen angst!
And at number 3 is a new video for R. Kelly's anthem to Soaring, I Believe I Can Fly.
Don't worry, this isn't the water sports remix.
No.
This is an athletic feat that succumbs to gravity. That's not. Necks don't bend like that.
We asked you guys, what's the name of the team he plays for?
And that Zach said, the Atlanta Hawkings. Nothing but net. That's it for that one. I don't know why anyone would actually want to give themselves a wedgie that can be measured with horsepower. But the pioneer in today's number 2 around the net dared to dream.
And all it cost him was the ability to sire offspring.
This is how they should have done it in high school. This is the ultimate wedgie.
Hey! Let's see a wedgie! Whoa! Oh, yeah.
Seriously, what is wrong with people?
What is right with people?
What is wrong with
You
people?
could sell tickets to that, and I would watch. We asked you what emergency procedure did he undergo at the hospital.
And at David C. Budoin said he underwent a scrotoplasty.
Isn't that the show where grooms that are about to get married compete to have
Yes,
scrotal
it's
surgery
coming
done?
up.
Yeah. I want a more youthful, whimsy-looking scrotum. Just use some Botox. Take the wrinkles out. I mean, you can do that, right? Shave a few years
Well,
off.
probably if you actually have one. I mean,
Yeah.
not for you since you have a micropeen.
It only looks that way because
just
the
saying.
scrot is so large. That's why.
Awkward.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know if that one was gonna. I didn't know if that was gonna warm over or not.
The range of modern German music ranges from Oompa to Hasselhoff, with a whole lot of awful in between.
Yes, so it should come as no surprise that the extended family / musical collective known as the Kelly family has been incredibly popular in Deutschland.
Here's their hit song about urination, sung by an unsettlingly soulful toddler.
I'm gonna be my bed tonight. I'm gonna be my bed tonight. I'm gonna be my bed tonight.
Ain't gonna be me mom tonight.
Ain't gonna be my bed tonight.
Ain't gonna be me mom tonight.
Ain't gonna be me. Ain't gonna be me. Ain't gonna be me my bed tonight.
Yeah!
Did you notice that there's like an 80-year-old guy singing with them?
I
I ain't
did.
gonna pee
I
pee
did.
my bed tonight.
Ain't gonna pee-pee my bed tonight. But I'll probably on the mattress. True. It's better than Arc One on the headboard. That would be like a. That sounds more like a dance. That sounds like a dance hit to me. You know what I mean? What?
It is unacceptable.
I wonder how much of that will actually make it.
We asked you
to air.
guys.
Or that'll just be a kitten graphic, and then it'll cut to
We asked you guys.
about the pit bull getting in a jar of mayonnaise.
Ew. We asked you guys what was their follow-up single.
Shinderu said, "Poop, there it is." That was pretty good.
Dirty today, Kevin.
That was good.
You're dirty.
Oh, that happens.
You're
To get your
dirty.
daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet. Now, as you know, the gasoline wars are almost upon us. Peak oil has come and gone. The era of Mad Max, probably a couple days away.
But there's one way you can be sure to beat the martyr blues.
Oh, what? The computer was powering down. Hold on. Beep, 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 beep. Try again.
The Marauder
Yay!
Blues. In a car that rejects our hellish future, the all-electric Nissan Leaf.
You ever go camping and have to wipe your ass with a leaf? Well, I'm gonna wipe the asses of everyone on the streets of LA in my own leaf. Vroom, vroom. It's an electric car, it doesn't make noise, so, you know. Everything's pretty basic, except this is the most unique thing. Their shifter is this little knob. To go forward, you just knock the shifter back, and to go in reverse, you knock the shifter forward. That might sound a little backwards to some people, but if you think about it, like I play inverted on my Xbox, it makes a lot of sense. Once you're in drive, you just popping the wheel back one more time, it puts you into eco. The pedals just became a bit harder to push, so it's forcing me to drive smarter, thereby saving energy, saving battery power, and saving the environment more. My car's way cooler. Any smartphone can download the Nissan Leaf app. You can check the status of the charge. You can turn the charger on and off, find charging stations that are near your car. You can also use the app to turn on either the heater or the air conditioning remotely. It'll do everything except just drive it for you. The biggest concern about driving an electric vehicle is where can I charge my car so I have enough power to get where I need to go. Right on your map, I'll bring up all the closest charging stations, or if there's a Nissan dealership, you can go there and charge your car for free. Obviously, you need to know how to charge your car, so they've given you actually 3 ways to charge it. Now, level 1 is anything you can find in your home. Level 2 is 240 volts. That's the charger that you can have installed in your garage. You can find it out in public places. There isn't a level 3 available in most major cities yet, but when it is, this will be able to charge your car in 30 minutes. This might look like the engine, it's not. It is the power electronics, and even though I've been driving this car for a while, I can still touch it. Underneath is the actual motor, and it's 80 kilowatts, which equates to about 110, 120 horsepower, which is not bad when your horses run on electricity and not gas. All right, let's see what's under the car, shall we? Literally, this entire thing is the battery. Now it holds 24 kilowatt hours of energy. That's in 48 modules that apparently look like MacBook Pros, but this is what gets you 100 miles on a charge. And all the weight of this car is literally right here, dead center, which gives you a really smooth ride. I'm gonna get out from underneath this car. So while gasoline is almost $4 a gallon, electricity, $2.50 for 24 kilowatt hours. That price difference is ridiculous. All right, well, we're getting all clean and cozy. The nice thing that Nissan did is that obviously it has everything that comes standard in vehicles. It's got nav, it's got your Sirius radio plugged in here, and it all looks really fantastic. It's clean looking, it's sexy, and guess what? You now have a clean car. Even though there aren't a ton of charging stations right now, that should be changing in the next 6 months or so. In the meantime, you can always just make some new friends if you need to. Hey, can I charge my car at your house? Sure. Awesome.
Still ahead, an all-new gadget prom with Chris Hardwick will determine that 2 giant touchscreens are better than 1 giant touchscreen.
And later, Chris Ford swings by with Stag Night, Love and Other Drugs, and more. It's an all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday. Stick around. You love that all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday.
I do.
Allison Bree and we are about to partake in eating giant toasted ants.
1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, kind of delightful.
Very hummusy.
All the news you need to know.
Feed.
Hey guys, I'm Kristen Adams. It's Friday, March 25th, and here are your top stories. Attention, Saudi princes! British designer Stuart Hughes has created the most expensive iPad in the world. This magical and revolutionary device features a gold back, a diamond-encrusted Apple logo, and a frame comprised of T-Rex bones and ammonite rocks that are more than 75 million years old. The price tag is a whopping $8 million, which is a lot of money. This is the most, my story is so interrupted, I love it. That's a lot of money, right? To spend on something that will be obsolete in no more than a year's time. The saddest part is at least this iPad's in stock. You know, good luck finding an iPad 2 right now. The big screen adaptation of Katsuhiro Otomo's Akira is looking for its cast, and the studio is confident the film is gonna rock. Deadline is reporting that studio heads at Warner Brothers are psyched about the current draft of the script and have sent it out to potential leads. To play Tetsuo, they're looking at Andrew Garfield, James McAvoy, and Robert Pattinson. Come on, he's dreamy. For Kanita, the studio is considering Garrett Hedlund, Michael Fassbender, Chris Pine, and Justin Timberlake, and Joaquin Phoenix. I like to say Joaquin Phoenix. Production is scheduled to start this summer with a 2013 release. And finally, do you wish you could eat brunch without some 20-something at the next table whining about Arcade Fire selling out? I do. Local search site Yelp feels your pain. They've added a hipster category to its list of ambiance options. Labeling as a venue as hipster would allegedly designate restaurants and bars that cater to the too cool to care crowd. Food blog Eater.com has already found several hangouts in Brooklyn, surprise, and Portland that have been labeled accordingly. Is this an overreaction or a valuable service? Depends on your tolerance of skinny jeans and plaid shirts. Which actually, I'm like half hipster today. I should be quiet. I got skinny jeans on. Okay. Anyways, if you guys want to donate money to Japan for tsunami relief efforts, I want you to visit facebook.com/Project Love for Japan. You can get one of these fabulous t-shirts there, and 100% of the proceeds go to tsunami relief efforts. So I'm Kristen Adams, and you guys have just been fed. Now over to Kevin.
Thank you, Kristen Adams. I don't know if I can donate. I did just hear about an $8 million iPad with dinosaur bones in it, so go donate, jerks. Break out the rechargeable lithium-ion batteries because it's Gadgetron time.
What's better than one giant touchscreen? Two! Which is why Acer made the Iconia Touchbook. It's the only multi-touch dual-screen notebook on the market, so you can type on a virtual keyboard 1 minute, then cycle through applications with the Acer Ring the next. Powered by an Intel Core i5 processor and 4 gigs of RAM, this laptop is ready for anything your hands can throw at it, starting at $1,600.
In addition to batteries, I require Chris Hardwick, and he is here now.
Yes,
So thank you for being here, good sir.
Although, unlike batteries, I won't fit inside you. What?
Oh.
Come on. Why won't you?
Because there's a lot of
Why?
reasons.
All right.
This appears to be the illegitimate child of like 2 iPads and a ThinkPad. How do you think it looks? I mean,
Well, it got a lot of the ThinkPad genes. At first I was like, cool. And then I was all like, schwa? It's 2 touchscreens with a hinge in the middle. But if they were going for portability, they did not do that. It's 6 pounds, which is pretty heavy and bulky for a laptop. You can fold it open completely flat, you know, like you like to do. But I don't know when I would do that. Otherwise, it's not offensive looking.
the entire thing is touch-based, though. So how easy is it to interact with both screens?
It's surprisingly ezy. You know, it is very responsive in the touch department. They did a good job with that. Windows 7 is touch-friendly, and the Iconia takes advantage of multi-touch capable apps. You can quickly expand a window to fill 2 screens, or you can move between them, which is in theory is a really cool idea. Acer also built a custom launcher and several apps, including a media player and a scrapbook maker. The only one worthwhile, though, is the web browser.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's the virtual touchpad and keyboard, of course. I've had nothing but issues with it. Are you a fan?
I mean, I didn't love it. You can enable the on-screen keyboard with a button on the side, or by resting the butts of your hand on the screen. Like, you just put the heels of your hand, your little hand butts.
Like,
right there.
I wish a physical keyboard was here. Oh, well, there's that one.
Yeah, but you just get the virtual one. The touchpad works pretty well, although the keyboard's responsive. It's just nearly impossible to type. I mean, like, you have to look down the entire time because you obviously can't feel anything.
Right.
So you're constantly looking at your fingers.
And I found that, you were doing this. I felt everybody that I saw trying to use it went immediately to single finger typing.
Yeah, I don't know what the learning curve to get to like data, like Lieutenant Commander data speeds.
Right, yeah. You're not going to be shouting in handset at any time soon.
Yeah. Also, there's a little bit of confusion because Windows 7 has its own virtual keyboard, completely separate from the Acer one, which will come up on the side there.
There you go. Oh,
hey,
keyboards everywhere!
The dueling keyboards! I'm tinier than you! And then there, so I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. What kind of apps could you run on this thing that would actually justify it, make it worth buying?
Great. So not texty ones so much, but video editor like Avid or Photoshop, where you can actually spread everything out over 2 screens and poke a lot of stuff. The productivity benchmarks were actually good, so that means that things like video editors and Photoshop and Microsoft Office should all run pretty smoothly.
All right, what about games?
Well, if you can get past the fact that there's no physical WASD.
Oh, yeah, no movement keys for first-person shooters.
You could theoretically play games on it.
There's a whole whole lot of theory going on in this
Yeah,
laptop.
yeah, the idea of it. Unfortunately, gaming just isn't really its strong suit. It wouldn't even run our benchmarks because of the integrated graphics, so it's probably not going to run the latest and greatest games at max res. Handled StarCraft at the lowest settings.
All right, here's the thing. 1,600 bones. Could be as much as $2,000 depending upon the configuration.
Right.
I want to like it. What are we rating it?
2, are you mad? Oh my God, 2 out of 5.
That's
Please
all
don't be
right.
mad at me. It is not a bad computer if you can find a use
People
for
are
it.
confused at how to react.
I know. That's right. They make good stuff. We've liked a lot of other stuff they've done, so I just kind of felt like this didn't work quite the way
I
they
agree,
wanted it to.
and I think to that point, for the concept of, oh, if this thing had 2 touchscreens, I don't think you could make it much better than this, really, if it's running Windows.
Right.
This is sort of it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's proof that this concept isn't something we need right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's, you know what happens is like touchscreens get popular and people are like, let's put them everywhere.
Right, exactly.
You know, and then we did things like this happen. We're like, okay, let's reserve them for the right things.
There you have it. All right, thank you, Chris Hardwick, as always.
Thank you.
A pleasure, good sir.
Kevin
That is it
Ferrer.
for today's Gadget Run, but now it's time for the feed with Chris Hardwick.
That's right.
You're doing the news?
Yeah, I'm going to do the news.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Here's your only story on Wednesday, March 30th. Web Soup returns with hard-hitting investigations into internet memes, as well as segments like This Week in Fail, Things You Can't Unsee, and Pussy Stampede.
What kind of stampede was that?
A stampede of pussy.
Fantastic. Celebrate the new season of Web Soup on Wednesday at 8 p.m. and at g4tv.com/websoup. Hit the showers, buddy.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Stick around. Jamie Chung will be here to...
Be a cat on the B9.
Good game.
Hit the showers.
No contact was made, I swear to God.
Not many people can say they faced off against a dragon while flying around a fantasy wonderland. But our next guest is in that elite Mile High Club. Joining me now, Jamie Chung. Yay! No, Sucker Punch has a theme of girl power running throughout it. So was this a big bonding experience for you and the other girls?
It was such a great time. You know, 3 months prior to filming, we kind of got thrown into physical training with Navy SEALs.
3 months prior?
Yes. I actually was a month late, to join, but it was neat. You know, it was the first time meeting the girls. Gym setting, all the workouts were team orientated, so it was on those automatic guns or the saw. Oh, and then we had dance rehearsal after that, so we were kind of all over
Just
the
like
place.
long days.
Yeah.
And I heard they even
What's so funny
banned
about dance
sweets.
rehearsal? I'm just joking. Okay, anyways.
I heard they even banned sweets and sodas from set.
They did.
Oh God, that just makes me crazy. I just gave up sweets and sodas
I
for
heard.
Lent. And it's been like
What are you
2.5
thinking?
weeks. Well, I'm seeing if I can make it through the 40. I actually give up a bunch of things. That way, like at the very end, one of them is left, hopefully,
Oh,
fingers
good.
crossed. But how long did you have to give that up for? All 6 months?
Yeah, all 6 months.
God.
But you know,
Did
we
you
had
sneak
cheat
some?
days. Wednesday nights, we'd
Leave me alone.
I know,
Eat my
Wednesday nights.
chocolate.
We would order like every dessert on the menu, all the girls, and we'd get together and just eat desserts.
Yeah.
That's all we had. No dinner.
Sneaking
no
it.
food.
I
Yeah.
hope he doesn't find us. Now, you had some offset bonding too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You went to some seedy karaoke bars or something like that?
God, where does this story come from?
I don't know.
How does everyone know? I really hope there's not footage floating around. But we would go to these karaoke bars, and originally we were supposed to sing a song for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so in order to get over our stage fright, singing in front of a big group of crowds, we would go to random karaoke bars. And at one karaoke bar, we would sing like Waterfalls by TLC.
TLC.
Or, we
sad song.
practically like cleared the room. We were like, get off the stage.
I'm sure a bunch of hot girls up on stage together, you couldn't clear the room.
It was pretty bad.
Now, some of the action in this film is like a video game brought to life. So are you a big gamer?
I am kind of obsessed with video games on my iPhone.
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Kind of a throwback. I love it. It's like, oh no, little Timmy's taken away by an eagle. Like,
What are you going to do?
It's great.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Sucker Punch opens in theaters and IMAX today. Now back to Kevin.
Coming up, an all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday with Chris Gore. He's reviewing Stag Night, Love and Other Drugs, and Dirty Movie. It's the perfect gore movie fest.
Guess what? You just pulled up a chair at Jeremy's Dragon Table, the most badass thing in the history of things. because all we do here is talk about dragons. Tonight's topic is dragons. Just how soft is their soft spot? The girl with the dragon tattoo?
Soft spots? I don't find any soft spots on you, Jeremy.
Oh my God, you are like the hottest thing. All right. Okay, all right. Let's focus on the question at hand. We're talking about dragons.
Okay, can I jump in here?
You just did, Carol.
Are you referring to the unscaled underbelly of dragons?
Of course.
Well, if they're anything like the common salamander...
Oh, dragons are nothing like salamanders, you idiot.
Excuse me, I have a doctorate in zoology from Oregon State.
Oh yeah? Well, I've been DMing since AD&D, and I can tell you right now that no dragon worth his treasure hoard has a soft spot.
Yeah, what about this one?
Brent?
Hey, guys.
He's all soft spot, but he's not a dragon.
Yes, I am. I'm Sir Claw the Terrible, destroyer
of Hot Pockets.
Come on. You guys always pick on me when I come here.
You make it so easy, Brent.
Jeremy!
What, babe?
I have a soft spot for you. Do you want me to show it to you?
Okay, all right, panel. Thanks for being here. I gotta go. We'll talk about this some other time. Probably not.
We didn't
Whatever.
answer the question at all. Like,
Yeah, figure it out for yourself, nerds.
you ever wash that thing?
It would damage the stitching.
So they told me I had 40 seconds to say goodbye, but I think we just 40 seconds of a single on Sarah. 30 seconds. I'm good with it. As a matter of fact, just so you don't have it. Coming up Monday on an all-new Attack of the Show, WWE Champion The Miz will join us with a preview of WrestleMania 27. Plus, Adam Sessler takes us into the world of glasses-free 3D gaming with the Nintendo 3DS on Game Break. And find out how to stream internet media to your console, phone, and iPad with the Play On app in Web Tools. See it Monday.
Or pass themselves. It's time for an all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday. Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore.
Thank you. Thanks, Candace.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. So what do we have first?
First, we have a film called Stag Night.
Stag Night is about a bachelor party gone bad. Now, hasn't this story been done time and time again?
It's been done with every holiday. They've ruined pretty much everything. Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. Now Stag Night, probably one of the greatest nights for guys ever. Except in this, what happens is a bunch of guys are out for a stag night at a strip club. They're taking the subway home. They get off at this stop, and they're stuck in the tunnels, being attacked by evil stalkers that like to kill them.
Oh, no.
So they're being offed one by one. But it's so cliche. We've seen this movie a million times before.
Okay.
It does star, I will say this, it does star Breckin Meyer. Brecken, not even a real name, Brecken. In Kentucky, it's the past tense for broken. Brecken. I don't know. Okay, that was lame. But the thing that this movie does, which is fine, we've seen that kind of cliche thing happen, which is okay. You can do that well. Here's what irritates me about this movie is the shaky camera. Like, Candace, act scared.
Oh, I hate that.
For a minute.
Okay.
Just act scared. Now, okay, that looks pretty scary. Like, Candace looks really scared, and the camera adds to that effect. But imagine that for 90 minutes. 90 minutes of the shaky camera. Imagine me doing DV Tuesday, the rest of DV Tuesday, with a shaky cam for another 2 minutes. You'd be sick. You'd be sick. Yeah,
I'm already sick of that.
The entire movie is this shaky camera. Guys, it's just a cheap gag, and it doesn't work.
Say no more. I will not go see it. What's the bottom line?
Oh, you can guess this one.
Yeah, I figured.
Pass, yeah.
Good to know.
Sorry to tell you.
All right, what else do we have to check out?
Well, next we have Love and Other Drugs.
Oh, I saw this. Romantic comedies are usually not AOTS friendly. What does Love and Other Drugs have to offer?
Well, first I should point out that this is the romantic comedy where Jake Gyllenhaal hooks up with a woman. So you need to know that right off the bat.
Way different.
Yeah, so it's definitely different. And you know, it takes place, he's a prescription drug salesman selling his wares to doctors, and he's selling Viagra. And meets Anne Hathaway. And she looks pretty good in the movie, I gotta be honest. He meets Anne Hathaway, and she has Parkinson's. So already you're thinking, tragedy.
Downer.
Yeah, kind of a downer. Definitely
It's
a
actually
downer.
a good movie, though.
Some might say that.
Okay,
Some might say that.
Do we get a glimpse into what Anne Hathaway will bring to the Catwoman role in The Dark Knight Rises?
I'll tell you, The Dark Knight is definitely going to rise, and you get 2 glimpses. She doesn't just get naked in like one scene; she's naked in another
All
scene.
through it.
Jake Gyllenhaal's brother catches her.
Get him, girl.
They're videotaping themselves with a Pixel Vision camera.
Hey, there's a booby.
I mean, she does some freaky stuff. I gotta say.
She does some freaky stuff.
I don't remember what the plot of this was, but I remember all of her scenes where she has no clothes on.
Okay, so bottom line?
Bottom line is, look, I'm not a fan of this type of romantic comedy,
Okay.
but
To each his own.
Anne Hathaway getting a little taste of Catwoman.
Showing the boobies?
Yeah, it was great. For that, it's a rent.
Okay.
For that, it's a rent.
So it's a rent. All right, what's our next DVD?
The next DVD is National Lampoon's Dirty Movie.
Dirty Movie is really a collection of skits acting out well-known filthy jokes. Now, do they go too far with these raunchy jokes?
Yes, and that's sort of the appeal of the movie. I mean, first of all, I'm sitting here, it's a bunch of people, they're either acting out a sketch or they're actually telling bad, dirty jokes.
Oh, there's more boobs.
And, well, yeah. And the thing is, like, it's got Mario Cantone, Christopher Maloney, who you will not recognize from, he's in one of those SVU shows. And then Robert Klein. The jokes in this are so offensive. It's every ethnic joke. It's against jokes against women. I mean, it's horrible.
Ew.
Little people are going to be upset. I listened to the commentary, and there's
I heard there's a bad baby joke.
No, well, this is the thing, yeah. In the commentary, there's only one joke in the movie they wouldn't do. It's about a dead baby.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
I do not like those 2 words together.
And the thing is, they never even actually give up what the joke is. But I was surprised that watching this, that I'm actually thinking this is the dumbest thing ever, and then I'm laughing. Because the jokes
Of course you are.
The jokes are so mean, some of them. They're kind of funny. They're kind of funny, although I never heard the dead baby joke.
Good. I'm glad. I don't
Never
ever
heard
want to hear it. Bottom line?
Bottom line is, rent this one. You'll find yourself laughing. Find yourself laughing. You will.
All right.
You will.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
For more Gore, follow him on Twitter @BadChrisGore. And now over to Kevin.
Thanks, Candy. You know, not everyone can make music. Agreed. I think 182. But, oh, that's fighting words around here. I'm just kidding. I love you guys with your 3 chords. But Garageband for the iPad may put the power of music creation into even the most talentless hands.
Remember the days when you actually needed real instruments to play music? Now with GarageBand on the iPad, you have an entire band in the palm of your hands. Using only your fingertips, you can produce a musical masterpiece in a matter of minutes. So let's rock! The iPad version of GarageBand looks and feels just like the real thing and has multiple methods for assembling the building blocks of your opus. To start, the tempo can be set by manually tweaking the BPM, or the program can automatically set the tempo for you by just tapping it with your finger. There's a small selection of loops you can just throw on the timeline, but who needs them? You're here to make music. All in all, there are 7 virtual instruments to work with, and you can stack up to 8 tracks per song. The standard instruments, like the keyboard and drums, are pressure sensitive and work just like their real-life counterparts. The drums are mapped out in first person to give the impression of being seated in front of a real kit. All you need to do is give it your best John Bonham and bang away. To lay down the beat, hit record and play along with the click track. If you mess up, don't worry. There's a dedicated undo button standing by. Find the rhythm you like, hit the multi-track button, and your recording is automatically added to your composition. But maybe you need a little help making things sound good. Well, you're in luck. There are 4 smart instruments that pretty much do all the work for you. On the smart drums, you just need to drop each element of a drum kit onto a grid, like the snare or cowbell, and you've got a perfectly timed beat. When it comes to the smart keyboard, instead of standard piano keys, it provides a full range of arpeggios and chords for whatever key the song is in. With one finger, you've got instant chordification. Stick with the grand piano or try one of the organs to add some soul. Same goes for the smart guitar. There's a set of chords on both acoustic and electric guitars, with the option of strumming strings individually or shredding a solo on the preset scale or virtual fretboard. The smart instruments also have an autoplay feature. Turn it on and the music is literally played for you. Look, Mom, no hands! Adding vocals or any other real-world sounds is equally as easy. Record whatever you want directly into the microphone and add an effect with a single stroke, or use the sampler to record a short sound and set it to a standard chromatic scale.
Meow.
When you're all done, share your masterpiece with friends, send it to iTunes, or email it with the push of a button. Garageband is a surprisingly robust music tool for only $5. It's easy to use, fun, and actually teaches you how to play music. In other words, Garageband on the iPad turns anyone with fingers into an instant rock star. So what are you waiting for? Go forth and rock on!
Meow, 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 meow.
Today's Epic Meow comes to us from the bonus footage of a 2010 documentary about minor league baseball called Playing for Peanuts.
Look, chances are you've never seen it, and that's probably for the same reasons you don't go to minor league baseball games, but here it is.
Wow, that's amazing, eh? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
And that right there is why I don't jump out of planes.
Look, on the plus side, the skydiver didn't have to watch the baseball game. Thanks to Jamie Chung for that interview. Thanks to Chris Gore, Kristen Adams, and Chris Hardwick. What a show.